before he sees the sky. And how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? And how many deaths will it take till he knows too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? And how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And how many times will a man turn his head, pretending he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer.
Welcome back to part 2 of Beatles and Dylan cover night with, as Bozart pointed out, an Iraq War inspired version of Blowing in the Wind from IMHO, who I'll be seeing later this year for the first time since 1989. Huh. Alrighty. Now, you might ask, what's Eddie Money doing in there with You've Really Got a Hold on Me? That's not a Beatles song. I just put it in there because I like the story where Smokey Robinson said to Eddie Money, "Yeah, I really like your version of You Really Got a Hold of Me. You know, I think it's better than the Beatles version." And Eddie Money says, "Hey, Smokey, it's better than your version." True story. Anyway, moving right along. Before we get back to the music, in Hyde Park indeed, post-art, yeah. I promised Doctor Who gossip, so here it is. Heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who works in the production office, supposedly. Shooty is gone. He's recorded his regeneration scene as a Fade to Black kind of thing, so there's been no casting of the next Doctor. Scripts are written for the third series, and they've done it in such a way that they can carry on if Disney extends the deals with Disney money, or they can revert to a BBC budget. And the belief is that one way or other it will go ahead after the series that's coming up. How true any of that is, I don't know. It all sounded plausible. I thought I'd share that with you because it's not official and therefore can be denied, and nobody can tell me I shouldn't have said it. Anywho, moving swiftly back to the music, let's see what I was about to head to in Spotify. It was another quick little Beatles tune. I believe this was from Evan David's suggestions, and it is a cover of my favourite Hall tune ever, probably, Eleanor Rigby, uh, with with the sound on. Yes, indeed.
I look at all the lonely people. I look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where her wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
Hopefully Jamie managed to find
Father Mackenzie,
the link
writing
to
the words of a
part
sermon
2.
that no one will hear. No one comes
We'll see
near.
if
Look at
he
him
reappears, hopefully.
working, donning his socks in the
Yeah, I suppose
night
that says
with
this
no
is from the
fire
Art of
burning.
McCartney, which was a tribute album from
What does he
circa
care?
2014.
All the lonely
Has Barry Gibb doing When I'm 64.
Where do
Has Billy
they
Joel
all
doing
come
the
from?
worst version of Maybe I'm Amazed I've
All
ever
the
heard.
lonely
And a pretty bad version of Live and Let Die as well.
Where do they all belong?
Which is really strange, because Billy's covers are usually on point, but his contributions to that album were
Look at all the lonely
horrendous,
people.
to be fair.
Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved. All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the
Oh, the Beatles could do downbeat, Evan David.
Where do they all
You wouldn't expect it from
belong?
Paul necessarily, but yeah. Anyway, a very cool version of that. And speaking of cool versions of Beatles covers, I had to fit this one in here somewhere tonight. Being an actly sort, here is Peter Sellers doing Laurence Olivier's Richard III via the words of Lennon and McCartney from A Hard Day's Night.
It has been a hard day's night, and I have been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel all right. You know I work all day to get you money to buy you things. And it's worth it just to hear you say you are going to give me everything. That's why I love to come home. 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you, holding me tight, tight. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel all right.
Yeah, classic. Now, as Bostart says, there's a misheard line in there. If you've ever actually seen the footage of Peter Sellers recording this, you will know that he had absolutely no idea how the song went. Probably never heard it in his life. Yeah, quite similar to how he appears in that brief cameo he has in Get Back, where he comes on set and is just very strange and doesn't know what to say to anybody. Interesting chap, Peter Sellers. Comic genius, of course. I relate to him, obviously. Yeah. He wouldn't laugh at his own terrible jokes like that, though, would he? Probably not. But yeah. That was a number 14 UK single, if my memory serves me rightly. Anywho, back to something more traditional, I expect, from my list. We have got A Hard Day's Night by Billy Joel. My Back Pages from America, all with a little help from my friends from Toto. Well, I'm actually going to go with America, who released this covers album in 2011. And I don't think there's any such thing as a great covers album, but this is actually a good covers album. It suits the song selections. Not too obvious, but it suits them very nicely. So yeah, this closes the album, I believe. This is 2011-ish, I think.
Crimson flames.
And we have Sandy Denny doing Down in the Flood. Oh, I hope so.
Rolling high in mighty traps, pounced with fire on flaming roads.
Yes, we can.
Using ideas as my maps. We'll meet on edges soon, said I, proud neath heated brow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Half-racked prejudice leaped forth, ripped down all hate, I screamed. Lies that life is black and white.
We'll actually do
Spoke from my skull.
Sandy Denny right after this. In fact, I think.
Romantic
why not?
flanks of musketeers, foundation deep somehow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
Yes, have we really Bostart? Bostart saying we've had something from every Dylan album from 63 to
In
69.
a soldier's stance, I aimed my hand at the mongrel dogs who teach, fearing not I'd become my
How many Beatles albums
enemy
are yet to be represented?
in the
Bostart?
instant that I preach. My existence led by confusion boats, mutiny from stern to bow. Ah, but I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now.
We're doing pretty well then.
My guard stood hard when abstract threats, too noble to neglect, deceived me into thinking.
Yeah, and David, if I remember rightly, that was George Martin's final production, wasn't it? I'm sure I was convinced that it was a good idea.
Find these terms quite clear, no doubt somehow. Ah, but I was so much older then. I'm younger than.
Yeah, Tracy, it's why we keep Bostart employed. In fact, I give them 2.5% of all revenue from the live streams, which is nothing. Alrighty, thank you, America, and thank you, Bostart, for suggesting this one from Sandy Denny. We earlier passed over Fairport Convention doing having their one UK hit with a French cover of a Dylan song. I assume this is more traditional and English. Well, exactly, Bostart. Yep. Thanks to Bostart, who was saying, for anyone who wondered, including me, who was with Sandy, it's a duet with Richard Thompson, who's on guitar, which makes an awful lot of sense. So where does this fit into the chronology of Fairport? Sandy, another artist that we lost at a tragically young age and in strange circumstances as well. So, 71, Sandy's first solo album after Richard had just left Fairport Convention. Sandy had just finished with Fotheringay, whose drummer Jerry Conway, later with Fairport this year too. And of course Jerry Conway was also with Cat Stevens for a number of years. I'll also sing at the Hyde Park gig later this year. And Jerry Conway ended up in Renaissance for quite a long time as well, before he had to retire due to, obviously, illness. All right. Thank you both for that one. Let's see what delights I have left on my list. John Denver doing When I'm 64. Well, we won't be doing that one. To Make You Feel My Love from Mr. Billy Joel. The hits version of that, I guess you could say. And The Ballad of Hollis Brown from Stephen Stills. Well, that's different. Let's do that one.
Hollis Brown.
I believe this is from Stills Alone. I've got it from the box set. It's Stephen Stills' solo acoustic album in 1982, one that I have never set my eyes on, but is meant to be superb.
With his wife and 5 children and his cabin broken down. He looked for work and money and he walked a ragged mile. He looked for work and money and he walked a ragged mile. His children are so hungry they've forgotten how to smile.
After this, we will
Baby's eyes look crazy there.
go for something completely different with Evan David's little
Baby's eyes look
parody
crazy there,
song
darling,
war.
at sleep.
Probably isn't worth doing as a poll, but we'll hear the songs back to back anyway. Hopefully.
You walk the floor and wonder why with every breath you breathe. Rats got to your flower, bad blood got you mad. The rats got to your flower, bad blood got you mad. Is there anyone that knows? Is there anyone that cares? Way out in the wilderness, a cold coyote call. Way out in the wilderness, a cold coyote call.
Likewise, Jamie, I'm glad you found us.
Eyes fixed on
I saw you asking in the chat of the previous one,
hanging on the wall.
right about the time I posted the link to this, so I hope that you would make the connection and rejoin us. Welcome.
Your brain is bleeding and your legs can't seem to stand. Your brain is bleeding and your legs can't seem to stand. Your eyes fixed on the shotgun that you're holding in your hand. 7 breezes blowing all around a cabin door. There's 7 breezes blowing all around a cabin door. 7 shots ring out like the ocean's pounding roar. There's 7 people dead on the South Dakota farm. There's 7 people dead on the South Dakota farm. And somewhere in the distance, there's 7 new people born.
Yeah, all right. So, just before we do get into the parody song war for Evan David, and indeed for all of us, next week, I still don't know if I'm filming or not, so I still don't know if I'm streaming or not. At some point during the week, I'll find out, and as ever, I will post in my community page and on the Reactions to the Classics Facebook page as to what I'm doing, if I'm doing anything. So no plans for what a theme might be if it does happen, because, it's up in the air. But yeah, if I'm around, I'll stream. If I'm not, I shan't. That's all I can say, basically. And on that note, let's have Weird Al singing Bob. And Evan David has told us to see if we can guess the gimmick, the hint being that each line has something in common with the name Bob. It's probably one of those songs that you'd like me to put the lyrics up for, but I can't and I won't, so therefore I'll shut up so you can hear them.
I'm an am regal, the German am I. Never odd or even if I had a high five. Madam, I'm Adam, too hot to hoot. No lemons, no melon, too bad I hit a boot. Lisa Bonet ain't no basil, Warsaw was raw. Was it a car or a cat I saw? Rise to vote, sir.
I've got it, Evan David. Possibly easier when you're reading the lyrics.
Nine man I nod. Rats live on no evil star. Won't lovers revolt now? Race fast, safe car. Pause the Sapmar is as selfless as I am. May a moody baby doom a yam. Satan sees Natasha, no devil lived on. Lonely Tylenol, not a banana baton. No X and Nixon, oh Stone Bean I so. Oh Geronimo, no minor ego. Naomi I'm on, a Toyota's a Toyota. A dog, a panic, in a pagoda. Oh no, Don Ho, nurse I spot gypsies run. Senile felines, now I see bees I won. UFO tofu, we panic in a pew. Oozy rat in a sanitary zoo. Got a red nugget, a fat egg under a dog. Go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hog.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if any of you who could only listen to those lyrics, if you picked up what was going on there. I won't spoil it just yet. I'll give you a chance to say it. Meanwhile, here's some rutting good times with Ouch.
When we first met, I must admit, I fell for you right from the start. Now when we meet, all kinds of things, it seems upset the apple cart. Ouch, don't desert me, ouch, please don't hurt me, ouch, ow, ow, ouch. What is this thing called love? Why do they say
Okay, I think
it makes the world go
both start
round?
got it.
I can't explain the way I feel for you. My feet don't touch the ground. Ouch, don't desert me. Ouch, please don't hurt me. Ouch, ow, ow, ouch. When we first met, I must admit, I fell for you right from the start. Now when we meet, all kinds of things, it seems upset the apple cart. Ouch, don't desert me.
Cool, I will get the
Please don't hurt me. Ouch,
a poll up live for this.
don't desert
I can't vote, but if I did, I would have to go for Weird Al, because that was particularly clever, and I did like it. Alrighty. So while you're all considering that, let me consider what to play next. Well, that's one option. Ring the Bells from Gordon Lightfoot. We got Across the Universe from David Bowie, or Down in the Flood from Blood, Sweat and Tears. Well, we just heard Down in the Flood. And recently Bostart was saying that of later Dylan albums that Oh Mercy is one to check out, which of course is where the song comes from, covered by Gord on his 1993 album Waiting for You. So yeah, here's Mr. Lightfoot. We might hear another tune from Gord if it comes up. A much, much earlier one, shall we say.
Ring them bells, ye heathen, from the city that dreams. Ring them bells from the sanctuaries across the valleys and streams. For the deep in the west, and the world's on a side. And time
Looks like you're mostly voting with me on the Weird Al front. So for anyone who didn't pick up on it, every line of that song was, like the word Bob, a palindrome.
Ring them bells, St. Peter, where the four winds.
So very, very cleverly done.
Ring them bells with an iron hand so the people will know. Oh, it's rush hour now on the wheel of the plow, and the sun is a going down upon the sacred cow. Ring them bells, sweet Martha Bull, the poor man's son. Ring them bells so the world will know that God is one. For the shepherd is asleep, where the willows wave, the mountains filled with lost sheep. Ring them bells.
So both our statistician informing us we've had 3 more Dylan than Beatles tunes so far. Is that because there are more Dylan covers, or that Dylan covers tend to be better than Beatles covers? Well, I have a Beatles cover lined up on Spotify that I've never heard. So I've got a few of them, but I'll go with that one next, given that they featured in Sean's Stream just the other night as well. This particular band. I hope it's good. It may well not be.
Ring them bells, St. Catherine, from the top of the roof. Ring them from the fortress, for the lilies that bloom, for the lands are home, and the fighting is strong, and they're breaking down the distance between right and wrong.
And as ever, Bostart, there's no premeditation on that. So, as you know, with the Kingston Who night, it was ended up being quite heavily weighted in one direction rather than the other. But we couldn't have predicted that from the off. Can we play the Bee Gees? We can, but there's a lot of songs to choose from there, Tracy, so you'll have to be a bit more specific. The one I'm talking about, though, is another covers album that, I mean, I don't generally go for covers albums, and therefore I've never heard this one. It's from Styx, Big Bang Theory. I believe it was the opener. I Am the Walrus.
See how the
Oh, no. They must be alive on YouTube though, Boaster. What do you think? I'll make your request, Tracy, and if I can fulfill it, then I will. And if I can't, then I shall say sorry, but nah. Speaking of the Bee Gees, Monday's video on the channel is another entry in the Songs of 25 or 25 songs. Basically, that thing where I listen to songs that reach 25. Obviously, it's one suggested by Bostart himself, who I think I probably gave a shout out to. Anyway, yeah, Jumbo and the singer sang his song. Had to do both songs because which is the A side? Nobody really knows. Okay, Tracy, I'm going to defer to Bostart then. Bostart, pick a Bee Gees Beatles cover. That's good, preferably. Or terrible, if you prefer. See, for my money, this one is 5. It's not. It's neither definitively sticks or it's different from the original, but not enough. And a prime example of why I never bought this album, I think. Yeah, Evan David, I think you're right. It's not weird enough. And Bostart, I think that's a fine choice. Let's see if it's lurking on Spotify or not. Seemingly not. So therefore I'll have a hunt for it on YouTube in a little bit. Was it actually live? I don't know. Probably not. So from there, let us see what remains on my little list. Peter Cetera doing It's Only Love. Ring the Bells from Heart. Well, we don't need two versions of that back to back, pretty much. Or All Along the Watchtower from Jimi Hendrix. Well, there's only one choice then, isn't it? We've got to hear Mr. Cetera on what remains his final proper solo album from 2001. Not one of his good ones, which is to say, not his one good one. I think this is decent. It's been a long time since I've heard it. I last heard it in November 2022, to be precise. I love that iTunes can tell me these things.
Butterfly
suppose that's saying another one John wrote but hated. The working title was That's a Nice Hat, which, if I ever knew that, I had forgotten. I also feel that John would not have approved of Peter's quite wimpy version. But I have a much more insipid version of a much better song on my list, and if it comes up I will play it because it's just so awful. It has to be heard. Yes, thumbs up. I would put this in the pleasant but dull category. But what's not dull is Weird Al taking the poll convincingly now. Yeah, Tracy, exactly. Nice but meh. Yeah, both up. We might hear a couple of tunes from that. Again, tunes I've never heard, but there's a solo George versus a solo Paul tune on the first of those albums, so may or may not get to that. We probably don't have time for that, Evan David, and I'm trying not to do repeater songs apart from one we will end on, but I'll make that obvious when we get to it. But that said, speaking of Elvis's Tomorrow Is a Long Time, that's what we're hearing now. And will therefore be the winner of that suggested poll by default. Yeah, you're right, Bosto. That wasn't on my radar, but it did come up as a suggestion. We haven't had any Ringo. But then what do I drop? Do I do a three-way? No, because that will definitely get ads. So many questions. Life is hard. Maybe we just do the Ringo track.
Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting.
Have you ever seen this as the cover that Dylan was proudest of? Apparently.
Her heart softly pounding. Only she was lying by me. Then I'd lie in my bed once again. I can't see my reflection in the water. I can't speak the sounds show no pain. I can't hear the echo of my footsteps. I can't remember the sound of my own name. Yes, and only...
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, to back up what Evan David said, Dylan once said that Presley's cover of the song was the one recording I treasure the most. Also recorded by Joan Baez, Ian and Sylvia, Judy Collins, the Kingston Trio, We5, Rod Stewart, Sandy Denny, Magna Carta. Oh,
Then I'd lie in my bed once again.
Magna Carta. Oh gosh, yeah.
There's beauty in the silver singing river. There's beauty in the sunrise in the sky. But none of these and nothing else could match the beauty that I remember in my true love's eyes. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting.
Another one I've not heard myself before tonight, so thank you team for the suggestion and the info.
Softly pounding, only she was lying by me. Then I'd lie in my bed once again. If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not an endless trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, then lonesome would mean nothing to me at all. Yes, and only if my own true love was waiting, if I could hear her heart softly pounding, for where she was lying by me, then I'd lie in my bed once again.
Alrighty. So, ads time there. So, what's next up on me? Well, we've had it and I Shall Be Released. That's an option from the band. Hey Jude from the Guess Who, or Eleanor Rigby from John Lennon. I am just going to sneak ahead a bit. Let's jump to some Sergeant Pepper action and get some Sneaky Marillion into the.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is from probably the least well received gig that Marillion have ever done at a convention, where they did rarities and covers. This is obviously a cover. You probably know the song. Following this, we will jump to YouTube for Tracy / Bostart's Robin Gibb Beatles cover. Yeah, distinct lack of effects on this version for a start. Interestingly, for a prog band, they only did one prog cover on this night, which was Hocus Pocus by Focus. But they did do two Finn Brothers songs, 6 Months on a Leaky Boat and She Goes On. They did an ABBA cover with H dressed in drag, which was terrifying. And they did a Britney Spears cover, which was actually probably the best of the night. Amongst other things. It was, yes, generally uninspired. Speaking of Marillion conventions, probably the final Port Zealand convention is happening as we speak. So shout out to them and anyone who's over there enjoying that. I'm just sticking to the UK convention this time around. Oh, I thought I had that ready to go.
Is your coffee brewing up?
We don't like
heartburn
Spotify
and
ads, but here's a
indigestion?
YouTube ad, which is
Whatever
much better.
triggers it, Gaviscon Double Action forms a barrier for long-lasting relief. For 7 symptoms, think Gaviscon.
Oh, oh, darling, please believe me. I'll never do.
I can't even understand why Marillion or Genesis would be mentioned in the status quo book in David. So,
When I tell you,
no offense taken.
I'll never do you no harm. Oh, darling, if you leave me, I'll never make it alone. So believe me when I beg you, don't you ever leave me
So,
alone.
I'm right in saying this was part of the Sgt. Pepper movie, but solo rather than band. I'm sure you can tell us more about stuff.
Well, you know, I nearly broke down and cried when you told me you didn't need me anymore. Well, you know, I nearly broke down and died. Oh, darling, if you leave me, I'll never make it alone. So believe me when I tell you, I'll never do you.
Again, for anyone wanting to check this out, given that it's not anywhere but YouTube these days, we're just posting the link in the chat for you now.
Told me you didn't need me anymore. Well, you know, I nearly broke down and cried when you told me you didn't need me anymore. Well, you know, I nearly broke down and died. Oh, darling, please believe me. I'll never let you down. So believe me when I tell you, I'll never do you no harm.
Yeah. Well, that was. It's not going to replace the original in my affections, but not too shabby either, I will say. So let's head over and hear one of these covers from Morse, Portnoy, and George, who, for those who don't know, is Neil Morse basically, and his rhythm section for his solo albums, which is Mike Portnoy of Dream Theater and Randy George on bass. They used to record Neil's albums in super quick time and then do a bunch of covers just for fun as well, and eventually decided to release some of these. So this is from cover 3 year to cover 3 year, which is cover to cover 3, and it's a Ringo tune. Well, it's really a George tune, isn't it? Oh no, it's actually written by Ringo. Okay, but I think George really helped a lot. Anyway, it don't come easy, just like my introductions. If I'm not mistaken, this is Mike Portnoy on lead vocals. For those who don't know, he's Dream Theater's drummer. So Bostart, I don't know if you can update us on the stats, but I feel like we've swung back in favour of the Beatles in the last few tunes. Probably heading towards closing time shortly. Another song or 3. Well, I will play next, maybe not the whole thing, but some of a terrible cover of my favourite John Beatles song, with a bit of context first. It's a good version. I'm going to give that one a tick. A hypothetical tick. And so everybody knows that this guy loves Toto, right? What I don't love is the solo work of Joseph Williams, who, despite being my second favourite Toto singer, his solo output is often not very good. And this is not his only, but his most atrocious Beatles cover. It is just so bad, I don't know if I'll be able to get through it. I don't know if you'll be able to get through it, but you have to see that I don't think everything Toto or Toto members do is great. This is in my life. And I take you back to listen to the, oh, I want to be ill already. We'll all be following you out the door soon, Tracy, but thanks for joining us tonight, and catch you somewhere soon, and stay away from the wet.
Some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life I've loved.
Really, Bowstar? Well, I can only imagine how you find this verse.
But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you.
Yeah, that's enough of that. So to end on, we're going to do 2 more Dylan tunes. One is going to be the only case of an artist that we've heard twice tonight. I think I'm right in saying that. And then the other will be the only time that we hear the same song twice, but in an infinitely superior version to the one we heard earlier in the evening. So the first of these, well, it's this. And I mentioned way at the start of the stream that I did a song war on my channel quite a long time ago, which was a battle between Burton Cummings doing With God on Our Side and this gentleman doing Just Like Tom Thumb's Blues. It's Gordon Lightfoot again. Oh yes.
When you're lost in the rain in Juarez and it's Easter time too.
I believe this is so early that it was credited to Gord Lightfoot rather than Gordon. 1000% sure on that.
Don't put on any airs when you're down on Rue Morgue Avenue. They got some hungry women there and they really make a mess out of you. See my Linda, the peasants call her the goddess of doom. Speaks good English and she invites you up into her room. And you're so kind and careful not to go to her too soon. Then she steals your voice and leaves you howling at the moon.
Of course, this is at the point that Gordon was being managed by Albert Grossman, and they were his little stable were all recording the same songs, which is when they all ended up doing Early Morning Rain. Most of them did changes from Full Oaks.
Pick one or the other, though neither of them is what they claim. And if you're looking to get
Yeah, Bowstar, it was a number 3, and it sounds... I can see why you would have thought it was a minor hit, because it's almost impossible to track down. I've got it obviously on the expanded version of Sunday Concert. It seems to be trickier to get for people who are in North America than over here, strangely.
everybody said they'd stand behind me when the game got rough. But the joke was on me. There was nobody there to even call my bluff. I'm going back to New York City. I do believe I've had enough. I'm to New York City. I do believe I've had enough.
Alrighty. So I don't think our final song of the night will come as a huge surprise, given Evan David's in it, and we kind of are obliged to play it if we're doing a Dylan night. So we want him to hear this many, many times before we all hear it at his funeral. It is, of course, the Byrds, Mr. Tambourine Man. We're still playing ads on Spotify, though, apparently. So talk amongst yourselves before we get to that. Shall we listen to the ad? I mean, who knows? It could be very exciting. Let's find out.
People, including women, their families, and their communities
Oh
thrive.
no, it sounds quite depressing.
Just a little drop of pleasure could create ripples of hope. Galaxy chocolate.
Oh, it's about
Your
chocolate.
pleasure
Okay, that's fine.
has promise.
I thought it was about something depressing.
Find out more at galaxychocolate.co.uk.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song
Of course, much earlier in the night,
in the
William Shatner beat himself in a poll, just with his version of this over his version of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Take me for a trip upon your
Cool.
magic swirling.
We'll start coming in with the final roundup of stats. This will be interesting.
And my hands can't feel to grip, and my toes too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere. I'm ready for to fade onto my own parade. Cast your dancing spell my way. I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine.
Right. First stat is that the Dylan album of the night was The Basement Tapes, with 2 from the original 75 release, plus I Shall Be Released, added to the later deluxe edition.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you.
And yeah, that is an obvious. As far as classic Dylan covers go, that's right up there. I don't think anybody can deny that Evan David's taste in that one is spot on. Alrighty. Alright, so the additional stats for Dylan, we got 2 songs each from Times They Are Changing and Highway 61 Revisited. Meanwhile, the Beatles album of the night was Abbey Road with 3 songs, including both by George from that album. And the Beatle of the night was John with 9 songs. Blimey. Don't know if you have this to hand, Boast Up, but how many songs do we do in total? Quite a lot, I'm going to guess. And yeah, the song of the night was Mr. Tambourine Man, if you can count Shatner's version as a song at all. 2 songs. Oh, yeah, I did say that God was the only person we had 2 songs from, but obviously we had 2 from Shatner. Yeah. I'm going to give the Artist of the Night award to Gordon Lightfoot on that basis. All right. Well, thank you, everyone who's been in. We'll start Evan David, Tracy earlier, Jamie, who was new to us as far as I know, very, very welcome. And River was in, Alan was in, and of course we had a request from the Mole in the form of the Ministry track from Gulls, so thanks for that, and thanks to anybody watching on replay, and as Bostart says, thank me. Yeah, thanks to me a lot. And yeah, guys, I will either see you next week or I won't. As soon as I know, I'll let you know. And yeah, probably if it does happen, just do a regular anything goes kind of stream, since I won't know, but yeah, we shall see. Either way, have great weeks and great fortnights if it's as long as that, and bye for now, but not for long. Yay.